So, yesterday was about stopping yourself from asking how before deciding what you want. Today, I want to take it a little bit farther, a step farther, and ask a question. Have we become so practical that we've forgotten how to imagine what's possible? At some point, many of us simply stopped dreaming and started planning only within what we already know what's possible. When we were kids, we imagined freely. Just remember how you played to be a doctor, or you played to be an actor, or you imagine living in a mansion or driving a specific car. But as we started growing up, and with all the experiences that we had around us, we started filtering everything. If I want to do this, well, I don't have enough money, or I'm already too old. I already have a career, and that's not realistic. And that's one thing that I hear the most often is like it's just that's not realistic. But I also ask people, what is realistic for you? Because if we look at history and people who have accomplished amazing things that it seems like miracles, do you think they ever stopped and said to themselves, this is realistic? They simply just believed in their dream. They simply had a dream they want to accomplish, and that's where they put all their energy towards. So we simply don't need someone else to tell us no. We already are doing that to ourselves. When it comes to dreaming, we're already sabotaging ourselves from going after what we want. The big false belief here is that I need to be realistic. It is useful when you're building the plan, but being realistic too early can limit the vision. If you think about it, if you're if you start thinking of all the ways that it's impossible simply because you think that you don't have the resources, you're already sabotaging yourself from going after something that you truly want. So yesterday was about don't ask how before you know what. Today's don't limit the what based on what you currently believe that is possible. There is a huge difference between a goal and a dream. A goal is often something that we already believe we can achieve, but our dream actually stretches our current thinking. You could ask, when was the last time you wanted something that scared you a little bit because you had absolutely no idea how you would make it happen? And this is one of my favorite things that Bob Proctor always taught is when you're scared a little bit about that worthy idea, that huge goal, that is something that is truly worth it. When you're just simply setting a goal that you know how to do is not challenging enough for you. And we're meant for growth. So always ask yourself, when was the last time you wanted something that scared you a little? And I challenge you to think about this today, because today is about if there were no limitations, what would I love my life to look like? And again, this goes back to thinking to results, the teachings from Bob Proctor. It's the first lesson of of the program, and if you were ever to do this with me, that's the first thing that we would actually work together is clarifying that goal, but stretching you so far that you would actually start thinking about what is it that you would love to do if you had all the resources. And that this is something that I've actually in other lives, if you've been following me, I committed to doing a 90-day life on weekdays, and so I've been building these lives based on themes every week. And so I truly want this week to be all about thinking about that dream, making that connection, and allowing yourself to go after what you truly want. And I'm sorry, there's my iRobot that's cleaning. So if you hear it in the background, that's what it is. Anyway, so today's practice is simply I want to give you a little bit of a homework and ask yourself that question. If there were no limitations, what would I love my life to look like? And just write for 5 minutes, just whatever comes to mind. Because the reason you are where you are is because you've limited yourself. You've not allowed yourself to stretch farther. And the only way that you'll know whether this is going to work is if you start taking action, which most people don't allow themselves to do. So forget about the fact that how that you need to figure out the how, that it is ridiculous, and the naysayers that will tell you that that's impossible or that you're too old, and the buts. The but it's like no but, or I can do this because, or just forget all about all that. Just start thinking about what is it that you would love to do, and just start writing it down. The truth is that you don't have to know how you're going to create the dream today. You just have to allow yourself, give yourself permission of being able to dream, because life is too short for you to be unhappy. The idea is that you take advantage of what you have right now and go all out in your dream. Please follow me if you want more information, and how we can work together. Please DM me. I would love to see how I can help you. And also, go back and look at my different and my other lives. I have provided a lot of information, a lot of tips, and it's building on. So we just take a step by step approach, instead of like just throwing all that information to you and you don't know what to do with it. So today, just allow yourself, give yourself permission to dream, and just journal what that would look like. And then tomorrow, we're moving from dreaming toward taking action. And the question that I will ask tomorrow, and we'll discuss more, is what are you willing to make room for? And so just start journaling. Anyway, I hope you have an amazing night, and I will see you tomorrow at 5:30. Bye.